Chris and I are moving to Costa Rica from the US, and one of the questions we often receive is, why are we moving in the first place? In this video, we give you 10 reasons why. Hey y'all, Jazz and Chris here. Earlier this year, we announced that we were starting a new blog, Blogging Money Life, and starting an exciting new adventure in Costa Rica. The number one question that we receive when we tell people about this is why we want to move in the first place. In this video, we are giving you our top 10 reasons why we decided to leave the US and move to Costa Rica indefinitely.
Reason number one, because we can. As US citizens, we enjoy one of the most powerful passports in the world. It allows us access to over 185 different countries, and we're ready to take advantage of that.
Adding on to Chris's point, our blog allows us to do what we do anywhere. It can be in Costa Rica, it can be in an office, in our home.
Yeah, as long as we have internet access, we're able to earn income through our blog wherever we want. Moving abroad actually isn't that hard to do. You just have to do your research, know where you're going, break it down into baby steps, and take it one step at a time. If you have questions, you can do what we did, and we recruited the help of a relocation consultant within the country we want to go. I have my own version of a quote from one of my favorite movies, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and change things up every now and then, you're gonna miss it.
Number two reason is we want to take a step back and look at American politics from a different point of view.
We're ready to take a break from American politics. Living in the States, it's so hard to escape it. It's almost like every conversation you have turns political. We're just ready to step back and take a break.
Yeah, I think too, adding on to that, as far as like everything being politicized, I feel like we want to take more of a humanitarian view of the world, thinking about causes and things that we can pick up, and it's more so just trying to find that in between.
Yeah, and moving to another country with a different government and different policies, we'll be able to experience firsthand another way of doing things. Like, for example, in the late 1940s, Costa Rica disbanded their military to focus more on education, healthcare, and environmental practices. Reason number three, lifestyle changes. What do we mean by that? Change your lifestyle. Well, I know we want to eat better. And it's not that we can't eat better here in the States, it's just easier to do it in Costa Rica. The fresh foods and organic foods are more readily available, and they're more affordable.
Yeah, I guess the best way to put that, when we went to visit in 2019, everything we ate, even if we went to a little soda shop, which is pretty much like a shop you walk into and you get homemade cooking from someone, it was farm to table. And I know like farm to table is like a brand of types of restaurants that are up and coming in the United States, but that's the country for the most part. So yeah, being able to access food with great nutrients, you know where it was grown. I remember we ate at our hotel that had its own farm chickens and garden, and we knew the name of the chicken who laid our eggs every morning. So yeah, it's just being in a place where we know where our food comes from.
So interesting fact, Costa Ricans actually live on average 2 years longer than Americans. So there's 5 very special places in the world called blue zones. Costa Rica has one of those 5 blue zones. And what a blue zone is, it's a strip of land or an area, a specific place where there's a high concentrated number of people who live to be over 100. So not only do people live longer in these designated zones, but they grow old without developing health problems like cancer, heart disease, obesity, diabetes, and yeah, something about the lifestyle.
I'll take that. And speaking of those blue zones, as far as a healthier lifestyle in general, maybe a part of that has to do with the more active lifestyle in Costa Rica. One of the big reasons being that you don't have to rely on a car for many places, lots of walkable areas, and there are a lot of outdoor activities that you can do in Costa Rica, from horseback riding to snorkeling to hiking. There are so many different things that you can do, and the country definitely has its outdoor living lifestyle. Like, it's a lifestyle, not just something people do.
Another major point under lifestyle change is a better work-life balance. I think we're both working harder than we'd like to, and probably working more than we're enjoying life, and we want to make a change on that.
Yeah, I'd say so. And just being able to say, like, hey, I enjoy every day, and I'm not just living to have fun on the weekends, speaks volumes, and I think that's really what we're trying to go for.
Yeah.
Number 4 on our list is better race relations than in the US. So the Black Lives Matter movement is one that we've been following since it started in 2013. And while there has been a lot of progress with that movement, there's still so much more that has to happen before we see real change in our country. In relation to Costa Rica, we had an opportunity to speak to some Black expats in Costa Rica. Amazingly, they have reported that they've gone several years without experiencing any racism in Costa Rica. Not to say that there isn't any there, but it's way less frequent than they've experienced in the United States. So something that I know that I'm personally looking forward to is a reprieve from all of the racism that I know that I've personally experienced, while also continuing to fight for causes like Black Lives Matter and Stop Asian Hate, amongst other different causes, while we are in Costa Rica.
So moving to Costa Rica, we're going to be in a place where our families can feel welcome and they don't feel like they're somewhere where the cards are stacked against them. It's one of the reasons we picked Costa Rica is we feel like this is a place where that can be achieved.
Absolutely. And by family, we mean our future family, our extended family, and even our friends and different people who know what oppression feels like in the United States.
Hey guys, before we move on to number 5, we want to take a quick second and thank you so much for watching our video. If you like our content so far, please hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. We'll keep those videos coming. Moving on to number 5. Beautiful climate, beautiful beaches, and beautiful scenery. So, Costa Rica, the average temperature year-round is between 70 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which makes for some pretty remarkable weather.
Yeah.
Costa Rica is also home to rainforests, cloud forests, active volcanoes, savannas, mangrove forests, high mountains, palm beaches, and the coral reef. So all beautiful things that
mostly.
mostly.
Outside of that active volcano, just stay away from that area, okay?
Not all active volcanoes are deadly. So.
Our number 6 reason is because we want to broaden our horizon. We want to move to a place where we know that the life experience is very different than our own. This is something that we feel like will help us not only become better people for ourselves, but also be able to put ourselves in someone else's shoes and be a little more understanding of people who have different experiences than our own. Another reason why we think broaden our horizons may help us is because we think it'll help us with creativity with our blog. When you are able to be in a different place, typically, I know I see this when we go on vacation, my brain just thinks differently, and we think that will be energy that we can put into our blogs and our videos and just make better content along the way.
Number 7, challenge ourselves and grow. We are going to experience a culture shock, and that's going to be a culture shock.
It may be a little challenging, definitely.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, like, it's a little scary. The idea of doing this, selling everything, and moving to a place that we don't know that well is scary just enough to make it interesting and make it so that it's challenging for us. Let's talk about reason number 8 of why we are deciding to move to Costa Rica. There are plenty of English-speaking countries, right? And we chose one that the main language is Spanish. We feel like moving to Costa Rica is a great opportunity to force us to learn another language. I took Spanish growing up in middle school and in high school, and I am not fluent. And Chris, I know that's something that you wanted to learn as well, right?
Yeah. we're going to be completely immersed in the Spanish language. My understanding, that's one of the best ways to learn.
We will definitely take learning a new language with us as a skill.
Number 9. How do you say 9 in Spanish? Those traits,
Nueve.
Nueve.
Numero nueve.
Numeral nueve. Make new friends. Making friends from different cultures or different parts of the world who had different experiences helps broaden our minds.
Yeah, and I think also too, there's more of a community type of feel in Costa Rica when it comes to friendships, and seeing as we're going to be going to a completely new country away from our family and friends that we have here, that's something I'm definitely looking forward to.
Yeah, and there's also large American expat communities there too. Not only will we be making Costa Rican friends, but friends with fellow Americans who have a similar mindset that we do.
And that leads us to our number 10 reason for why we are deciding to move to Costa Rica. And that is to start a brand new life. So there's definitely something to be said about being able to start from a clean slate. Not to say that there aren't elements of our lives that we like here. We definitely have friends and loved ones that we are sad to be leaving behind. But the idea of that adventure, just being able to go to, in our regard, like uncharted territories and be able to start anew is something that I think we're both really looking forward to. So those are our 10 reasons, you guys. Thanks so much for watching.
Have you ever lived abroad? What are some things you've learned or some experiences that you've had while living outside of the United States? Share them in the comments below.
And once again, thank you so much for watching our video. If you liked it, go ahead and hit the like button below. And subscribe so you don't miss any of our future videos.
See you later. Adios.
We got it?
Alright, you ready to record this time?